muscle, man. Be feeling like one of the ball playing with bird magic or something. But if I leave, the fans still gonna love me, man.
What's up, guys? Trilogy here. Today we're going to be doing a tier list for all of the Saiyan forms from Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Z. Some of these are forms slash techniques, so if you see something crazy on here, just know that's probably the reason why. And these are in like a random order. I didn't actually find a tier list that I liked, so I actually had to make this from scratch. So I chose the images myself. None of them are mine, just for like copyright purposes. I can't draw this good, and none of these are mine. So yeah, okay, so first up we have, this is Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta Evolution. So technically I'm not going to do a form for each character, but I'm going to talk about like the impact. Did this person win with these forms? Is it still being used? Was it introduced one episode and thrown away the next episode? Vegeta used this form against Toppo, I believe, and so as far as feat goes, this defeated a God of Destruction candidate, backup candidate, obviously, because they wanted Jiren. But, you know, he did use this. He also used it against Jiren, and even though Vegeta did lose in this form, for now, I think I'm going to throw it in B tier, because I like the darker blue and the darker blue eyes in this form, but it isn't actually too different from Super Saiyan Blue, the normal Super Saiyan Blue. And I mean, it's not really used anymore. Like, we didn't see it used in the Broly movie. We didn't see Vegeta really fight in Super Hero. So I'm gonna put this in the B tier, because after the Tournament of Power, we've only seen Vegeta use regular Super Saiyan Blue and then just Super Saiyan God. It kind of feels like they just gave this form out there to give Vegeta a boost so he could kind of compete with Ultra Instinct Omen Goku. Up next is going to be Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. I kind of love this form. I've always been a big fan of the Kaioken forms. So personally, I like this even more than Super Saiyan Blue. So I'm going to throw this in the A tier for now, because I really like the blue-red aura on here. I know the first time Goku said he was going to use it, he said there's like a 50% chance I'll die, and he's never died, and he's used it several times. So, you know, it's just dramatic flair. But I love the double aura. Goku used this against Hit, and he did... technically, he didn't win that fight. I believe that's the fight he quit. And he also used it against Jiren, and it really had no impact. But come on now, it's Jiren. Like, it's Jiren. You know, it's Jiren. You know, but just off of design itself, I love the red and the blue aura on this form. So, despite not having a lot of winning feats, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it on the A tier for now. But it's very close to S tier because I love this form. Up next, this is going to be this is going to be Ultra Instinct Mastered Goku. It's so close between this form and that form. Ultra Instinct has like the best soundtrack out of like all forms on here. Like that, just because of that, I'm going to put it on here. When I had an Android, it was my ringtone on my phone. I love the Ultra Instinct music. And the dodging is super cool. Like, if you've ever played Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, when you get Ultra Instinct, I don't usually play him because I like to play my custom character, but just seeing Goku bob and weave is just so cool. With this form, he still didn't beat Jiren, but he was able to, you know, push him back. And if you're reading the manga, I don't want to spoil too much stuff, but Goku does use this form in several fights after the Tournament Power in the manga. So that's that. I don't really want to spoil too much, but just off of the soundtrack and the silver design is cool. I'm always torn on forms that keep Goku's hair the same versus making it spike upwards like a Super Saiyan form, but I think the Ultra Instinct silver theme is super cool. Transformation of the Gods, you know, I don't know if it's quite S tier, because the lore surrounding Ultra Instinct to me has kind of been all over the place. Like first there's like first there's Ultra Instinct Mastered, and then they're like, well, you can't use emotions in this, so he's just going to use sign. And now in the manga, they're kind of combining Ultra Instinct to be used in other Super Saiyan forms, where it's like Super Saiyan, but he's using Ultra Instinct, but he just looks like a Super Saiyan. And I don't really like that because it's just kind of erasing the impact of Ultra Instinct. But that's just me, and like I said, I don't want to really get into this manga too much. And today's sponsor is going to be me. Surprise! I am an author, and I have recently dropped my debut novel, Odessa and the First Constellation. Comes in softback, hardback. I have links down below. It would really help the channel if you guys check it out. These are going to be links, so just so you know, if you click on them, I do get something out of that. If you buy the book, obviously I'm the author, I do get something out of that. I'm not gonna make this a super long ad. Thanks for checking it out. I appreciate your support. And now back to the video. Up next, we're gonna have Super Saiyan Rose. This is going to be a form exclusive to Goku Black. Zamasu took Goku's body, and this is him accessing God Ki. So I wouldn't say it's an equivalent to Super Saiyan. It's more of an equivalent to Super Saiyan God, I would say. Even though Super Saiyan God, Goku has regular hair, but it's red. Maybe it's an equivalent of Super Saiyan God Blue, but actually it probably is an equivalent of Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, because Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. So he goes Super Saiyan, and then when he mentions the God Ki, he's a Super Saiyan God. It's very confusing, but the pink is really cool. I don't think it's as cool as Ultra Instinct or Kaioken Blue. The pink is like, compared to all the other hair colors we have, there's no pink hair. So I think that's really unique versus blue, where we have like 3 blue forms. So, and with this Rose form, Goku Black was really kicking butt and taking names. So like, it's hard to say if I want to put it above Blue Evolution. I wasn't like a super big Goku Black fan, so because of that, I'm gonna probably put it here. But the scythe move that he does, where he creates a pink scythe, I think that's super cool. So I'm gonna put it here. But if you put it higher, I could understand it. I could get why you would. Up next, this is going to be just the OG Super Saiyan form. Obviously S tier. Probably the best form reveal out of all of these transformations. Krillin dying, Frieza, I'm not going to tell you the story. You know about Super Saiyan. This form was just the best you could get until the Android saga, where the androids just kind of made Super Saiyan seem like trash. It all started with Vegeta versus 18. After that, Super Saiyan was just never the same. And then, of course, they gave Super Saiyan to Goten and Trunks, and they were like little kids. Like, they were even younger than Gohan. And it's just like, everybody has Super Saiyan now. And it was supposed to be like a super rare thing. And then Toriyama added like S cells and like that. And I don't know why he would do that when people didn't like the midichlorians in Star Wars, but hey. Up next, this is going to be Super Saiyan 2. Oof. It's hard to say. I want to say Super Saiyan 2 should be S tier, just because of the fight with Gohan versus Cell. But after that fight, Super Saiyan 2 really isn't used that much. And it's usually not even distinguished much differently from Super Saiyan. Like, the only difference is sometimes the hair gets spikier, and then you add the lightning in the aura. The lightning in the aura is so cool. It's just they don't always draw it on there. So I want to say respectfully, because Super Saiyan 2 is kind of not used after the Cell fight, I'm not going to even put it in an S tier, and it's just used so little. I'm going to throw it in the front of B tier. And really, that Super Saiyan 2 Gohan versus Cell fight is carrying the feats of this, versus no one else really uses Super Saiyan 2 like that. I mean, we have Super Saiyan 2 Goku versus Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta when he's in his Prince of Destruction form or Majin Vegeta form. But I mean, Goku could have went Super Saiyan 3 at that point, and he would have probably washed Vegeta. So everything that Vegeta gets on Goku, it's like Goku is literally nerfing himself to have this fight. So it kind of makes any Vegeta feats in that fight featless, in my opinion. Up next, we're going to have Final Gohan or Beast Gohan. I know a lot of people like this form, and it's really just trying to recapture the nostalgia from Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. It literally, same outfit, hair is just as long, one super bang. And we don't really know too much about the origins of this form. Some people are theorizing that it actually comes from his human origin. Some people say it's because he learned about the ants and he was able to mimic that in his own physiology. But I think I'm kind of tired of them giving Gohan power-ups when he doesn't train. Like, it just seems like they're rewarding him for stuff that... And I'm cool with Gohan being a scholar and stuff. It's just like every time Gohan gets his butt kicked, he trains or he gets a power-up, and all of a sudden he's on Goku's level. Like, he shouldn't be on Ultra Instinct Goku's level when Goku trains all the time, when Vegeta trains all the time. Like, this form in the movie itself was only alright to me. So even though I think the form is cool, I can't put it in the C tier, but I am going to put it at the bottom of B tier. Up next, this is going to be Ultra Instinct Sign. Ultra Instinct Sign is almost like Ultra Instinct Master. When this first came out, it was just, we didn't even really know there was going to be a Mastered. And the silver eyes with the black hair and the aura are super cool. But once we learned about Mastered, it's just kind of cool. In the manga, this is probably what Goku's going to use more, because he says he can use his emotions, where in Mastered, he's kind of has to be detached. But regardless of that, I just don't think it's gonna go on the A tier. I'm gonna put it before this, just because it's kind of a new form, and usually Goku only uses this when he's powering up towards Master. So it's just like a stepping stone. Up next is gonna be Great Ape, obviously S tier. I chose Great Ape Gohan because my favorite Great Ape scene is probably with the movie with Turles, the Tree of Might, where Turles is fighting and he's eating the fruit, and he gets his butt kicked by Great Ape Gohan. Like, the older Dragon Ball movies were just so good. Great Ape is cool, but obviously once the Saiyans stopped getting their tails, so after the Saiyan arc, we really didn't see Great Ape again until Dragon Ball GT, and then they had the Golden Great Ape form, and it was just a route to get to Super Saiyan 4. No one actually used Great Ape form, even though at that point, Great Ape would be so much strong because it's a multiplier of your base, and Goku at his base and Vegeta at their base at that point is stronger than many other forms that they've had in the past. But people just don't use Great Ape enough for us to, even though I'm giving it S tier, I would admit that it may just be a bit of nostalgia. If you put this in your A tier, I would understand. Up next is going to be Super Saiyan 4. Super Saiyan 4 is so cool. I would almost, if I didn't have a few nitpicks about the form, I would put it in S tier, but I'm going to put it in A tier, and let me tell you why. I love the fur and the return of the tail. I don't mind these being red, even though I feel like red isn't the color they should be, because I feel like they should match whatever color their grape ape is, but brown probably isn't as interesting as making it red. But I feel like it should be brown. I feel like the hair should be gold like all other Super Saiyan forms. The eye color, I feel like you can change the eyes, but I feel like if you're gonna make the hair gold, you should make the eyes blue-green like they usually are. I don't hate the eyeliner. And I know that's a lot of nitpicks, but even with those criticisms, this form is just so cool. And it's literally the only form Goku has on this list that brings back his tail, which that was the coolest thing about Goku in the original Dragon Ball. He had a tail. So despite that, I'm still going to put it in the A tier. Up next, this is just going to be regular. This is Vegito Blue, but the form is going to be for Super Saiyan Blue. Super Saiyan Blue, it's hard to say, because when they first brought it out against Frieza, Goku had that form and he still lost against Frieza. Vegeta had that form and Frieza still blew up the planet. So it's just like, that form is kind of not... who has really definitively won using this blue form besides Gogeta? Vegeta got his butt kicked when he used blue. Blue is cool, especially when Gogeta uses it. But I just feel like, because I feel like they lose a lot in this form. They lose a lot in this form. Wasn't this the form Goku was in when Broly grabbed him by the head and just ran him against that iceberg? Pretty sure it is. Because they don't win enough with this form, I'm going to put it down here in the B tier, even under Evolution, just because I think Evolution is kind of cooler. But Gogeta versus Broly is an amazing fight. It might be top 10 Dragon Ball fights. Up next is going to be Super Saiyan 3. Goku used this a couple times, but the stamina drain is just crazy, so he never uses it. Funny enough, Gotenks seems to have no problem using this form. I'm going to put it in the C tier. I've never been a big fan of Super Saiyan 3. I always thought the hair was too long. It looks goofy. The stamina drain makes it practically unusable. Only Goku and Gotenks use this form. And I mean, half the time Gotenks' transformation to Fuge isn't gonna work, and then Goku almost never uses it. I also don't like that the characters don't have eyebrows. I hate that look. I don't even want to speak about this form anymore. Super Saiyan 3, after Beerus showed up and flicked Goku on the forehead and knocked him out or whatever, it was over for Super Saiyan 3. That's like I'm saying, that form came in at the end of Z, and literally the next thing, which would have been Battle of Gods, nerfed it. It was gone. And so it has like no impact to me as far as that goes. So I'm putting Super Saiyan 3 in the C tier. Up next, this is going to be Ultra Instinct. This isn't really a good picture. You can't even see his hair. Ultra Instinct, we've only seen it used in one fight. This is a manga form by Vegeta. He uses it against Granola, and he loses that fight. And it just kind of doesn't make sense. I am a Vegeta fan. I know I'm bashing on Vegeta, but I am a Vegeta fan. But he was like, the more he gets damaged, the stronger he gets. But he lost that fight. It's kind of God of Destruction inspired. So as far as design goes, the armor was cool. The purple hair is cool. The eyes are cool. The earring that he gets is cool. But guess what this form has that I hate? It has no eyebrows. It has no eyebrows. And it has no eyebrows. And it's kind of like a divergence because they could have worked on him using Blue Evolution, but instead they decided to give him this Ultra Ego move instead. And I think Blue Evolution looks way better than Ultra Ego, and I don't think everybody needs their own form. Like back in the day, everybody had Super Saiyan, and you added techniques to that. Like you added instant transmission, or you added a Kamehameha or a Gallic Gun. Now everyone has to have their own form, and I don't really think everyone needs their own form. Like I'm moving this down because I'm trying to decide if I like Ultra Ego more than Gohan Beast. Both of them only have one showing, but when Gohan Beast showed up, he at least won. So I'm going to put Ultra Ego after Gohan Beast and put it right there. Another Gohan form, this is going to be Ultimate Gohan. This form is kind of weird because or Mystic Gohan. It's literally just Gohan with lightning around. I would have liked it better if he kept this outfit that he has, the Kai outfit. That would have been nice. But I am going to put it in the C tier just because we can almost never tell when Gohan's using this form. Like, was he using that form against Frieza during Resurrection F when he literally got wrecked? That form is just, there's no flair to it, It gets a white aura sometimes. His hair stays black. But, you know what? I feel like it's hard for me to say if I like it more than Ultra Ego. It's literally not a form. And Gohan lost that fight when he first came out with Super Buu, so I'm gonna leave it there in C tier. Up next is gonna be the Berserker form. This is used by Broly and Kale. It's this form. I think I have to put this one here in the S tier because if you think about it, man, cool. Kale's cool. But Broly in the original Broly movie using this form was wrecking everybody. And I don't agree with Broly being as strong as Super Saiyan God, Vegeta, and Goku. But even in the new Broly movie, he was wrecking with this form. Like, they had to go fuse to beat this form. So I feel like I'm not super wrong by putting this in the S tier. But I could understand if you put it in the A tier. But I'm going to leave this in the S tier just because this form is so cool. But yeah, guys, that's what we have. So we have Super Saiyan 1, the Great Ozaru form, and Super Saiyan Berserker in S tier. Super Saiyan 4, Ultra Instinct Mastered, and then Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken in A tier. Super Saiyan 2, Ultra Instinct Omen, Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan Rose, Final Gohan or Beast Gohan, and then we have Ultra Ego in the B tier. And then in C tier, we have Ultimate Gohan or Mystic Gohan, and then Super Saiyan 3. I forgot to add just regular old Kaioken, I guess, because I am just a big fan of Kaioken. If it hadn't fallen off after Super Saiyan was introduced, I would probably put Kaioken maybe right here in front of Kaioken Blue. But Kaioken is just a cool form. Goku should have taught that to everybody, just like instant transmission. Like, But I get it. If you give that to everybody, what makes them unique? It makes sense. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Trilogy. If you want to see more content like this, I definitely recommend you subscribe. With that said, I appreciate you making it all the way to the end, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
I love the hustle, man. I be feeling like one of them ball playing, like Bird, Magic, or something. But if I leave, the fans still gonna love me, man?